Hello and welcome to our MSC Preziosa vlog series. In this episode, we experience a rough sea day, we get a taste of Yacht Club, and we find out how formal night is.
So our second sea day. This morning we got up rather late.
We had a late night last night and we definitely needed the sleep, shall we say. We were actually woken up by the ship actually rocking quite a lot.
Yeah, definitely quite a lot of rocking.
It's a very rough day today for some reason.
So we've left Hamburg and we're heading towards our next port, which is Rotterdam, but we're at sea today and the sea is quite rough.
To the point where I'm wearing my seasickness bands.
Just in case.
Just in case.
We left our room about 10 this morning, didn't we?
Yeah.
And headed up to the buffet breakfast.
The main dining room breakfast finishes at 9:30 on sea days, 9 o'clock on port days, so we've missed that.
Yeah, so I headed straight to the buffet, sat in our usual spot, as we've said a couple of times now, in the aft of the buffet. Today, once again, we had traditional English breakfast, but if you were watching yesterday, we had no hash browns yesterday. Today we found the hash browns, so that was an improvement on yesterday's breakfast.
Plenty of hash browns available. I also had a bowl of cereal because I just felt really dehydrated for some reason. So I had some cereal, I had a few glasses of fruit juice, and we also ordered some of those premium lattes.
Yeah, 2 lattes from the waiter, which was
beautiful and well needed.
A nice coffee to have in the morning, isn't it? As we've said before, there's no kettles in the room, so we needed that coffee when we got up to the buffet, didn't we? Buffet service was very busy today, actually. I think everyone else must have had the same idea as us. It's a sea day, the weather outside is not great, so we'll get up a little bit later and have late breakfast in the buffet. What we heard while we were in the buffet was announcements to say that all the pools on the ship were closed.
Including the indoor ones.
Including the indoor ones. So naturally, us being curious, we then head out to have a look at the pools and see what was going on.
Not only were the pools all cordoned off, but you couldn't actually get up off the pool deck to have a walk around. So the only outdoor space was the main pool area. Every other way out onto the deck was closed off with tape. It's that rough.
Yeah, you couldn't get onto the promenade deck either, could you?
No, that was also closed off. And what we did notice was they'd actually put seasickness bags on the top of all the stairs if you need them.
So we had a wander into the indoor pool as well. That was also closed. But what was open was the hot tubs.
Yes.
But the hot tubs were full. So there were a lot of children there, a lot of adults in there.
Yeah, it was just like
too many for our liking, really, but I suppose if no other pools were open, they were all crammed into the hot tubs. From there we headed back down into the main part of the ship and thought we'd have a little look around a couple of the shops. So we had a little look around the MSC shop, where all their branded products are. They sell everything from coats, hoodies,
MSC branded toilet brushes, literally
pencil
everything.
Sharpeners, Lego, Monopoly board,
towel pegs.
If you can put MSC on it, they've got it. And they also sell that famous room fragrance that you can smell everywhere. Yes. So if you want your room to smell of MSC, that's where you go to get it. We
were just really surprised at the fact that you can literally pick up anything in there and it'll be branded MSC.
Yeah, MSC Barbies.
Yes, MSC Barbies. Really, really quite interesting. And they've also got the models of Preziosa to purchase for around about $50 or €50, sorry.
If you're a collector of those type of things. From there we headed to the perfumery shop, had a little look around. They changed the offer today to 20% off everything. It's worth just waiting a couple of days and just keep checking the offers every day to see which is the best offer if you're looking to buy some perfume or aftershave. Yeah,
it's quite interesting because most of the retail units on board cruise ships, they actually have targets just like stores on land. And towards the end of the cruise, if they haven't met those particular targets, they may add on additional discounts just to try and increase the number of sales. So it's always worth checking your daily planner, just having a look to see what offers are available, and more so towards the end of a cruise.
From there then we headed back through the ship and into the safari lounge because we did want to take part in one of their quizzes, and it was a music quiz today.
12 questions.
Yeah.
It was 12 songs that were played backwards and you had to guess the title of the song.
We did really well on that quiz.
We did. It was really, really busy as it's sea day. Obviously, lots and lots of people want to take part with the onboard activities on sea days, and the weather's not very nice outside. So Safari Lounge was really, really busy. We were lucky to get a seat.
Yeah, and we have been quite lucky so far, haven't we? We managed to get 12 out of 12, so well done to us, yeah. However,
so did 6 other teams. Damn you.
So what they decided to do was put it into a draw for a raffle and pick one name out, and unfortunately it wasn't us, but never mind.
Never mind.
And the winner won an MSC shopping bag.
Enjoy it. Again, dance theme throughout, so when they were going through the answers, especially the last 2 songs, what was it, Gangnam Style and YMCA, they did ask everybody to get up and take part with some of their dance routines.
Yes, so it did actually take longer to do the answers than it did the quiz, so it did go on quite a while, but we enjoyed it nevertheless. After our time doing the quiz, we then headed to the casino for a little nosy around just to see what was it going to be like on a sea day. Reasonably busy inside the casino.
It's worth noting that a lot of the bars in sort of the venues like the casino and
sports bar, Green Sacks
are closed during the day. They only open of an evening, so it's quite difficult to get a drink.
Even a soft drink. Venues,
you have to go to sort of Safari, the main piazza bars, they're all open. There's a lot of people on sea day just sat in these bars playing cards and games and reading.
We then headed up to the buffet because we wanted to see what a buffet lunch on sea day would be like, and there was a huge selection.
I was really, really impressed.
One of the best selections we've seen actually for a sea day buffet. There was everything, you name it, it was on that buffet. Definitely something for everyone there.
Oh yeah, you would find something. Even the fussiest of eaters would find something to eat in that buffet.
Yeah, so example, there was a whole pasta station with 4 or 5 different pastas.
Pizza again.
A whole turkey was being carved up.
Vegetables,
cold meat,
sprouts, everything you could possibly imagine.
Huge salad bar, fresh fruits.
Loads of desserts.
Big bread section, even had
pretzels,
lots and lots and lots of choice.
However, we didn't stay in the buffet.
We didn't stay, we wanted to go and have a sit down because we haven't had chance to go to the main dining room for lunch yesterday, being off the ship. So we headed down to the Golden Lobster lower deck, and it was once again really, really busy. We were sat at a table near the back with some other British couples, which was great this time. If you heard our experience last time where we were sat with a German couple and neither of us could converse.
Yep, so we could actually have a conversation with our fellow diners,
and
which
it was
quite
a nice conversation, wasn't it?
It
so
was
we
good.
enjoyed our lunch with those, although the food wasn't of a great standard for lunch, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't. It was just very, very busy. You could see the staff were sort of rushing to sort of get everybody seated and fed and watered and things like that. So it was a little bit of a sort of a pressurized dinner, shall we say.
Yeah.
That being said, we were in there for quite a while as well. It was the longest lunch we've had on board, just because of just delays in service and the fact that just everybody wanted something to eat.
So we left there probably about 3 o'clock, considering we went in there about 1:20. It was quite a long lunch.
Yeah. For my starter, I had the Waldorf salad, which was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I also had the Waldorf salad.
You did.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely beautiful, lovely sauce, lots and lots of nuts, pieces of chicken. Just really, really nice apples as well.
For main, I had what they called burger with gravy and vegetables, which turned out to be 2 quite dry beef burgers. Lots of carrots and a couple of potatoes.
With gravy?
With a drizzle of gravy. It wasn't particularly spectacular, to be honest with you.
And for my main, I decided to have the pork, which was quite interesting actually. It was very, very tasty. I had some fried rice with it.
Yeah.
But it was essentially a pork loin chop, or 2 pork loin chops, with a slice of tomato and then a slice of cheese melted on top with gravy. So with the rice as well, I wouldn't say it was a combination that you would probably get at home in the UK, but it was very tasty.
And then for dessert, I had the chocolate and raspberry dessert, and it was fantastic. It's probably the best chocolate dessert I've had yet. Really, really nice.
And I went for the selection of cheeses, which again was nice. It was it wasn't anything spectacular. I did end up having more crackers on this cheese plate than I did the other day, so I was much happier.
Yeah, and that was the end of our lunch, and we headed back up to the room then, because this afternoon we've got captain's drinks in the safari lounge. We're going to get ready for that and head down there now. Well, we had a lovely afternoon, evening on board yesterday.
Something neither of us have experienced before. It was the MSC Voyagers Club.
Captain's drinks, captain's cocktails, wasn't it? We arrived there to quite a big queue waiting to get in, but didn't take long at all. No. We were straight in. We had to show our cruise card and our invitation to be able to enter, which we did. Some people did not have their cruise card or their invitation, so were refused entry.
So they cleared out all of the safari lounge in preparation for this return Voyagers event. So MSC, basically anybody that's a member of their Voyagers Club, which is their loyalty scheme, got invited to this event in the safari lounge. If you didn't have a ticket, you weren't coming in.
We managed to have a seat right at the front, which was quite nice, in the safari lounge. We were then introduced by two of the entertainment's team to a presentation about MSC.
They basically talked about the new ships that were up and coming, the new destinations and cruises that they were going to start doing. So it was very much, would you say, a sales talk?
A little bit of a sales pitch. Is basically look at the new ships you could go on, look at the itineraries. Oh, we've even got a world cruise that we're offering, and that if you have loyalty with us, you get extra perks.
Yes.
So after that, we then were introduced to some of the senior crew members on board. We've seen something similar before, but bigger venue, so it was quite nice to be in a smaller venue. We did a little toast with the captain, and then off we went. So what we did then, we headed back up to our room and got changed, because tonight was gala night. So we put on our smart casual attire because we are on MSC, so you don't need to be in the full tux. Although there was a few people about who were wearing the tux.
A lot more than we actually thought there was going to be.
Yeah, more than we thought. But then equally there were people still in trainers,
shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah, so very, very mixed bag. So you can wear what you want on MSC, really is the message, isn't it?
We tried to be smart.
So yeah, shirt, jacket, trousers, shoes. We just didn't have a tie or a bow tie. Lucky for us, we were then invited by the yacht club manager, Vinod, who asked us if we'd like to go up to yacht club for a few hours for a couple of drinks and some snacks.
We made our way up to yacht club. Thank you ever so much, Vinod, for inviting us. And yeah, just completely blown away, really. Beautiful venue. There were canapes and drinks as well. Very similar sort of setup, apart from the food, and the canapes were a little bit more of a
little cocktail martini glass filled with fruit. We had little sausage rolls and little savoury snack. It was very nice, wasn't it? Beautiful atmosphere. Once again, we were sat right at the front. We were a little bit embarrassed about that, weren't we? Because obviously we're not staying in yacht clubs. To sit us at the front was quite an experience. We were treated to some very, very up close opera. So there was a female singer and a male singer. Fantastic experience in yacht club. Great once again to see more of the senior crew introduced.
And a little bit closer up, I suppose.
Up closer again.
We were literally sat right at the front.
Yeah.
The opera singers were absolutely outstanding. They, the venue is so sort of, I wouldn't say exclusive, but small, so they didn't need any mics, so it was just their natural voices coming through. It was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
We were then greeted with the senior crew members again, and this time it was the entertainment director on board, the cruise director on board.
Yeah, cruise director came up and introduced you. All the yacht club butlers were lined up as well, which they looked very smart. So it was great to see everybody there. Brilliant experience. Get us back to yacht club, please. After yacht club, we had another invite. We were asked by Daria, who is the events manager on board, if we'd like to see a couple of different cabins. So we had a quick whip round, probably half an hour to 45 minutes of different cabins on the ship that are on offer.
I'll pop a link in the description and on screen, so if you're interested in the different types and styles of cabins on board MSC Preziosa, click the link now.
After our cabin tours with Daria, we then headed for dinner.
Yes.
So obviously doing the tour of the cabins, we were a little bit late. It was a quick dinner. Luckily our waiters, again, fantastic, superb. We did say that we'd like to see the show, so they made sure we got food in very quickly.
The MSC show, and that started bang on at 8:30.
Yeah.
So it was a very, very quick dinner, and the staff in there were absolutely amazing.
And it was gala dinner as well, so
I know. So we skipped our starter, but we did have a starter come out with our main meal, so we had that at the same time. Both myself and Tom had the beef Wellington, and the starter that we had in the centre of the table was the breaded brie with cranberry sauce, which was absolutely spectacular. That starter, honestly. They gave us a double portion because we were sharing, and it was absolutely fantastic.
It was. So the beef Wellington then for main that we had, mine was actually really nice, really tender. Yours wasn't so nice.
The pastry, the gravy sauce, but they actually came round and gave us some more, was absolutely spectacular. Just a little bit of my beef was just a little bit too fatty for my liking.
And then for dessert, because we did even manage to squeeze in dirt, we had the dessert, we had the after 8 mint cake. That
with
was
a side of ice cream.
She always gives you a side of
ice cream.
So yeah, fantastic.
Beautiful.
That was really nice, very minty, dark chocolate, very, very tasty.
And we managed to consume that as well as a couple of glasses of red within 35 minutes, 40 minutes.
40 minutes probably, yeah.
So we were out and ready for the theatre show.
Yeah, theatre show then, right. So before the theatre show, we had the cruise director come out and introduce some of the senior staff again. So we've met them 3 times tonight, so we are on first name basis with them all. Perhaps not, but we are very familiar with them. But it was quite nice for them to do that. So everybody on the ship, that means no matter what standard cabin you are, no matter what grade you are,
no matter what loyalty you are, you are going to see the captain.
Yeah, you're going to see the captain and some of the senior teams. So yeah, there's options there. It just so happened that we see them at every level, at every event tonight. Okay, afterwards, there was the show, theatre show, just as random, just as crazy.
So tonight was actually, they called it a variety performance.
It was called Animalarium? No. Animal something. Anyway, so
variety.
Basically, it was the Greatest Showman songs, but with the cast dressed up as animals.
There was a lion, there was a snake, there was a gorilla or a monkey,
a panther,
zebra,
and then all the girls, for some reason, were dressed as horses.
Very, very strange.
All really random. So yeah, Greatest Showman, track, random animals dancing in the background.
Juggler was back.
The juggler was back. The guy who
jumps on the stick.
The tightrope stick. There was a magic trick thrown in the middle.
Wow.
3 gymnastic men.
3 gymnastic men, yeah. Then you had the 2 contortionists again. Yeah, it was an all-star performance. In terms of story/plot,
no clue.
No, not a clue.
No. So it feels like what MSC have done, have gone right. We've got all these acts on board. We've got a juggler. We've got a two lady contortionists. We've got acrobats. We've got I don't know whoever. Letters from every show. Just whack them in, and it's
throw in a few songs in between. Get your dancing ponies. Job done.
It'd be fine.
Job done. Magic. It was good performances.
But we can't tell you what the story was.
Well, no.
Okay, so after the show, so this evening then we were quite tired by this time. We'd had a very busy day. We'd ran around the ship quite a lot.
We definitely got our steps in.
Yeah, considering it was a sea day, we were busy. So we spent the evening really just wandering from bar to bar, having a couple of glasses of wine, a couple of drinks, nothing too particular.
No.
We sat in
Safari Lounge for a little
Safari
bit.
Lounge to start, but there was a dance class going on, and we've seen quite a few of those dance classes.
Yeah, and just to add, the ship was really, really quiet. I think because it was Halloween the day
Last
before,
night,
everybody sort of went for it in terms of alcohol consumption and late night on
Partying,
board.
yeah.
So the ship was really, really quiet, and these massive venues just seemed really, really empty.
Yeah, so less atmosphere today. So as I said, there was a dance class in the Safari Lounge, but we'd seen a lot of dance classes now, so we thought we'll try somewhere else. There was a Latino duo on in the Green Sax bar. There was a gentleman playing the piano in the wine bar. The opera singer duo that we'd seen in Yacht Club earlier in the evening were in the atrium. We sat in the atrium later on in the evening, then there was a saxophonist on, so lots of music across the ship, which was lovely, and we just kind of dotted ourselves around the ship, didn't we?
Yeah, just trying to experience as much of it as possible. We did pop up to the Galaxy Disco, and they were having karaoke in there for some reason tonight, instead of Safari Lounge where it normally is, I suppose.
Yeah. So we didn't stay there long
No,
either.
because there wasn't, again, there just wasn't a lot of people.
Yeah, the entertainment team who were presenting the karaoke were the ones who were singing, because there wasn't enough karaoke singers. But I think on other days, karaoke's been quite busy, hasn't it?
Yes.
So, and then finally we went to the casino.
We did.
Yeah.
Which was very busy, considering a lot of the ship was quite quiet.
Yeah.
It was very busy. As it was a sea day, the casino had been open all day.
Yeah.
And we had popped in throughout the day just to see what was going on and things like that. And at every point, it was quite busy. We had a little play.
Little win.
So yesterday, I think we were just about even.
Yeah.
And today, I think we were up $40, didn't we?
$40 maybe up. We're doing okay.
We then actually made our way up to the buffet. We didn't have a late night.
No.
Because we were in Rotterdam tomorrow, so we wanted to be up nice and fresh for that. Cup of tea and some late night snackos, and then straight to bed.
Straight to bed.
So I think we were both in bed by 12:30.
So for sea day, very busy day and quite an early night. So, and tomorrow is Rotterdam,
which we're both really, really looking forward to, because neither of us have been before.
No.
We've both been to Amsterdam a number of times, but never ever been to Rotterdam. So we're really, really looking forward to it. Thanks for watching our Day 4 vlog on MSC Preziosa. If you've got any comments, pop them in the box below and we'll get back to you.
And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for watching. We've got lots more content available on our YouTube channel, so press that subscribe button. If you're interested in receiving daily updates, we're available on most social media platforms. Just search for Tom and Dom Travel.